Hello, my beautiful Virgos. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, catching a vibe, getting ready to do your February 2020 tarot readings. For those that are new, welcome. It's a privilege and honor to read for you, connect with you, and ascend with you. Please like, share, subscribe. It is much appreciated. And to those that always like, share, subscribe, send their genuine love, support, and positively engage this channel. Angel gang. I love and appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Thank you, especially for showing me so much love last month. You guys always show me love, but you guys showed me a little extra love last month. So thank you guys, okay? For those that timestamp the reading prior to the prayer, please continue to do so. I'm going to just do a couple of announcements before we get into these downloads and get into your spread and prayer and all that, okay? So www.queencup.ca is stocked with 4 different resins, frankincense resins. So we've got the green hajari, the red hajari, we've got the cartieri, we've got freriana. All of them are sustainably, ethically sourced and great for not just burning, but also drinking as a tea. And then we've got our frankincense and myrrh butter, which is great for the hair, the skin. And then we've got our frankincense honey. So if you like steeping these as tea, the honey's great, but the honey is also a medicinal honey, okay? It has trace boswellic acid in it. So the bees actually use the frankincense tree when it's in bloom to pollinate and make the honey and all that. I'm hoping to go to Oman and actually see the bee farm or whatever they call it. Anyways, this is also good for the face. You can do a mask with it. Anyways, that's available. And then we are now offering, for those of you that smudge a lot, 1 pound bags. So if you guys have sampled the resins, bought a jar, really liked it, instead of just repeatedly buying the jar, you guys can now buy the 1 pound bag and then just refill your jar and let it cure in there. Okay. For those of you that are new to smudging, we do offer on the website smudge kits, which are now currently sold out because I import our burners from Greece. Okay, this is our large burner that goes with the large kit. This is the small burner that goes with the small kit. We're actually sold out of both right now, but I've got a shipment express being delivered from Greece of the small burners. And then we already have an order that we placed that's coming on the boat of small and large. And that will come in by, like the guy told me, the 20th of March. So we'll have the large and the small back in stock by April latest. But mid-Feb, we'll have the small kits back in stock. So if you guys want to be notified when the kits are back and up on the website, you guys can become a member of the website and you will get a email notification. Okay? All right. Also, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different this month. Next month, I'm starting a new series called Stepping into Mission with whoever I'm interviewing. And I'm going to start interviewing humanitarians, freedom fighters, light workers of all kinds, you know, as I find them, as I build relationships with them and I'm able to, and have them talk to you guys a little bit about the mission that they're actually currently actively doing, but a little bit about their ascension journey, what triggered them to go into mission, what their karmic cycle looked like as they were stepping into mission or during their mission, you know. So I think that will bring a lot of inspiration to a lot of you guys because this ascension journey prepared us for mission and how we're going to positively create impact outside of ourselves. Because right now, a lot of you guys are positively impacting yourself. You're doing a lot of healing, and that is essentially going to be reflect externally to you in mission in some form, shape, fashion, whatever. And I think these interviews are really going to inspire you. And then I also did the interview with Dr. Anjanette DeCarlo where she nerds out with us and has a whole presentation about all things frankincense. And it's more on the light side of it. So we're not going to so much talk about the issues. So the overtapping, the overharvesting, the unsustainable, unethical sourcing, and how that negatively impacts the villages. We're not talking about that in that interview yet. We're really just talking about the trees and the resins and the history, and it's visual. So she did a whole presentation showing us the women who do the sorting, the men who do the tapping, the different regions, all that kind of stuff. And she also, because she is a scientist, she talks about the chemical compounds. So she nerds out a little bit with us too. And yeah, that's really exciting. So you guys can keep a lookout for that. I am going to set them as premieres so that we can actually, me and whoever is interviewed can actually be in the chat with you guys, answering any questions you have. And yeah, so that's just a little bit about what I'm working on in the background. I'm going to be using the Madhouse Tarot for you guys' spread. So I guess you guys can timestamp now. We're going to get into prayer and get into, we're going to get into prayer and then get into these downloads because I do have some downloads all readings are really different this month. I mean, there's overarching energy in them all, like there usually is, but it plays out very, very differently for every sign, and it really took me on a roller coaster this month. But anyways, let's get into prayer. You guys can timestamp now. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective sign of Virgo, all the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. Okay, so yeah, this kind of falls in line with the downloads that I have. So coming into your reading, I was getting that you're finally going to find out what happened. I'm speaking to a group of Virgos where there was no closure, or you've been mentally trapped in your mind because you're not buying something that somebody's feeding you. You don't see it as the truth. You know it's not the truth. You know that's not what really happened, and you're actually about to find out. I feel like for a lot of you, closure is going to actually release you from the past. But I feel like the reason why it didn't come in sooner is actually Virgo's ego that was stopping it from coming in. Like I said in the Pisces reading at the end of it, that I feel like and I think I mentioned it last month, that the ego was stopping the collective from acknowledging where they were hurt, where they didn't know the truth, because that was exactly healing, and the truth was exactly what the divine was trying to bring in. But if you already thought you had it or you didn't need it, then how is the divine going to bring it into you? That's like saying I'm full and I don't want to eat, meanwhile you're starving. You're not acknowledging your needs. So I feel like there is a lot of past energy in this reading, and it has to do with what you're about to find out. You're going to get clarity. It's going to get you to think and feel very, very differently about the past and about a particular person or group of people. Yeah, heartbreak. I think this is going to be painful, Virgo. I think that it's one of two ways. It's either this was really, really painful, and you might actually find out that devil energy created an illusion to trap you in your mind to think that something was worse than it actually was, or that something was your fault when it actually wasn't. You could have been blamed for something that you know you didn't do, and you're going to end up finding out who really did it or why you were blamed. I feel like this could also be the other way around. So for some of you, this truth that comes in, I feel like these emotions and this heartbreak was under the surface, but as long as you told yourself, well, that can't be true, or I know they did do that, there's no proof to prove that, but your intuition was telling you something wasn't right, because with the King of Cups, that's somebody who is highly intuitive. But I feel like somebody is going to find out the truth about something, and it's going to really hurt. I also feel, Virgo, somebody tried to tell you the truth about something and you weren't open to hearing it because it broke some kind of illusion that you were hoping to live by. Because the Eight of Swords speaks of mental imprisonment, but sometimes why do you think people create that mental imprisonment? Because it protects them from heartbreak. It protects them from a reality outside of their limited understanding. I'm also seeing somebody like in the back in this window. It's really creepy. This is the Madhouse Tarot. It's very, very creepy. This whole deck is creepy, but I love it. I feel like for some Virgos, this is going to be a painful month, in the sense of it's either going to be painful, but a necessary painful, meaning like a tower moment. So it takes you out of an illusion that was actually stopping you from moving forward, stopping you from growing. It was almost like procrastinating something. Where for others of you, this is actually going to be quite healing, because this pain has already been there. You already had this moment of tears and crying and all of this shit. So I'm not really sure. I feel like it's playing out both ways, but I do feel like there is some truth about the past. And it doesn't even have to be the distant past. It's about something that already occurred. And I do feel like somebody tried to tell you and you didn't want to hear it, or I'm seeing this as somebody's trying to help make something better. They know you're hurt. They know that something that is causing you pain is not actually the truth. I feel like something hurt you and it wasn't actually what happened. You thought, I think you thought how this broke. I think you thought you knew how this happened and you're about to find out. But this is what I'm saying. How can the universe bring you in healing truth that will get you clear about what occurred if you already think you know? So I feel like some of you guys need to acknowledge that you don't really know what happened. You're not really clear about something, or that you aren't sitting well with what somebody told you about what you addressed with them. Why did this happen? Why did you do this? And they're like, oh, this is why. I feel like some of you, this is either somebody trying to bring you in healing and the truth and you're not open to it. You're being stubborn. You're not acknowledging how much pain you're in and how badly you need this truth and this healing. Where for others of you, this is somebody feeding you a load of shit and you don't want to eat it anymore. You're done. Like, you don't believe somebody. They could be being like, oh, don't worry about that. That's not the problem. That didn't even happen. Da, 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 da. Well, I think you're about to find out what actually did happen, Virgo. Okay? I know. It's about closure I'm getting for your reading, Virgo. But like I said, all 12 zodiac signs are yours. So don't feel a way about going through the library. Don't worry about the signs. You are all the signs because you're governed by all the planets, and all the planets govern over all the signs. So you are impacted and subject to all the planets. That means you are all the zodiac signs as well. You are under the stars, which is where we read astrology from. So they impact everybody. So embrace all of the signs. And a great way to do it is really embrace the season that you're in and the month that you're in. And in Aquarius season, it speaks a lot about telepathy. It speaks a lot about higher understanding, higher learning, tapping into your intuition. Not so much your intuition, but your telepathy. But it also speaks of like love given. Okay. What else does it represent? I should know because I read the cards. I'm studying astrology. I'm not an astrologer, but it doesn't mean I can't do what the fuck I do really, really well. I hate when astrologers try to act like I need to learn astrology to be good at what I do. When I read them for filth and they can't even read the shit I read for them off of all the astrology that they learn. It's like you can be on one end of the spectrum. That's why I'm trying to learn some astrology, but it's not because I don't think I can do what I do. I think I just want to compound on that experience. Anyways, I don't know why I'm venting to you. None of you guys even asked. Anyways. Yeah, the devil. I feel like devil energy is either getting you to not believe somebody who is trying to bring in healing information that will help with the heartache that you already live with, or devil energy is trying to create an illusion that nothing is wrong and that you have nothing to worry about. But your intuition is telling you, I don't want to eat that. Something ain't right. And I feel like either way, you're about to find out. The truth is coming out because I'm getting that closure is releasing you from the past. So you're getting some kind of closure so that you can put a phase and a season to bed. And that will probably be between now and March 20th, which is when we go into the spring solstice, which is the beginning of divine masculine season. So in the next 6 weeks, you guys are going to have some serious truths revealed to you. And they're either going to cause heartbreak because they needed to break you out of an illusion that you were living by. It wasn't healthy for you. It was very limiting. You weren't growing. You weren't ascending. You were living under a serious illusion. And that crashing and burning of that illusion that the devil was helping to perpetuate with somebody's lies is going to crash, and it's going to cause some pain. It's necessary. But for others of you, you're going to gain closure from some healing information. And it is actually the truth, but the devil's going to be trying to make you believe you already know what really happened. You already know. And it's like, no, the divine's trying to tell you what the fuck occurred, what really happened. What had happened was, okay, let's see what else though. Yeah, the moon, the 8 of wands, and the 5 of wands. What really happened though, because you don't know, and you have no clue, but the divine is going to shed light on that, bringing in some kind of communication that is either going to be healing and reveal some kind of conflict that occurred in the past, which was very heartbreaking and painful for you, or this truth is going to come in and cause conflict because there was some kind of illusion of peace and everything was good and everything was, yeah, everything was great, and it wasn't. It fucking wasn't. But either way, it brings, either end of the spectrum that you're on, it brings closure to a situation so that we can move on, right? So yeah, I don't want that in the middle of the spread. Sorry. Somebody I got, because I was about to put this in the middle of the spread, and I said I don't want that in the middle of the spread. Some of you don't want to be in the middle of conflict, which is why you are choosing not to reveal a truth to somebody that you're looking at as being under some kind of illusion. Some of you guys are looking at a friend or a family member and you're like, if they knew what I knew, King of Cups, that's somebody going, should I fucking tell them this? The King of Cups is looking at us, be like, I'm going to cause some serious conflict when I release the truth here. The King of Cups knows somebody's going to be really mad, but the King of Cups doesn't want to be involved in conflict. But I personally believe the King of Cups is being prompted to tell the truth. So this isn't playing people. I feel like the King of Cups is done with people pretending. Yeah, for some of you, this is you that's going to be delivering this truth. I don't know in what means the divine is going to bring and usher in this clarity. Because you could be the person receiving it. Somebody could be communicating this truth about you that's going to break some kind of illusion that somebody has about you, or you're the one that's communicating this truth and are going to have both of these fools out of some kind of illusion. I don't know, Virgo. That's a lot. But it's necessary. It's necessary. This clarity that's coming in is absolutely necessary because of the Eight of Swords and the mental imprisonment that it causes. Let's see what else. God, Holy Spirit. The Ace of Coins. Bingo. This is the new beginning after closure occurs. So closure wraps up the past so that a new beginning can be start. And some of you guys, this is how you're feeling about it. You're not super happy. You're not really sure how you feel. Some of you guys, this truth that tears down some illusion gets you, you don't feel optimistic. You're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're just kind of rocked with this pain right now. Or for others of you that experience this pain and we're kind of stuck in it, this is the light that's going to take you out of this depression that you're in when you do uncross your arms, because this is always a sign of not being open. Somebody isn't open to the truth, and they need to be, because it's going to bring in healing, sun energy, and allow for forward movement. Ace of Coins, a new beginning. Some of you guys might find out that somebody sabotaged a work opportunity for you. They didn't relay a message to you. They didn't say, somebody called, somebody emailed, they didn't relay the message. This could have been even a partner. You could have got an email or a letter and they held it because they didn't actually want you to do something, and you were really heartbroken thinking that you didn't get something, but you really did. It was somebody interfered. I feel sorry for whoever did that. For some of you, you're winning a competition. You didn't get into this competitive. This is you winning some kind of competition or a position somehow. You competed for something and you've won. I don't know why you look like this. It could just because you're super cool. And some of you are like, I already knew I was going to win. I knew what I was up against and I knew I was going to win. Okay, Virgo. Okay. You can tell us how you really feel about yourself. The Page of Wands. This is good news. Some of you that have been competing for a position, for a place, for, it's not surrounding love. This is about Pentacle energy. Some of you guys get really good news that you have been chosen, you have been accepted, you have been chosen for something. It's something you competed for. It could be the energy of you won something, but I'm more getting that with this Five of Wands, there was a competition that was had. You had to go up against other people who wanted the same pentacle. And look at, there's all this fighting and shit like that. I feel like if this is in the workplace, you didn't even compete for something, because it almost looks like she didn't even compete. I feel like for some of you, you might get like negative energy from people in the workplace because something was given to you that a lot of other people wanted. It could have been a position, and some people could be like, you didn't even have to work for it. And I think it's because of what people were doing to compete for it, and you just didn't. You just kept doing your art, your craft, your job, working hard, and somebody's like, yeah, let's give it to her or him. Like, yeah, he's the one. And then these people erupt. So you guys might actually experience, because if this is somebody trying to sabotage you leading up, I think it's less obvious. But I mean, it could be somebody might try to sabotage, like try to convince the boss that they made a bad decision hiring you or giving you this job or something like that. But if it's after the fact, I think this boss is just going to see this person or these people as sore losers. But for some of you, this is somebody trying to impact or sabotage before this boss has made some kind of decision. And I still don't see it going well, because I feel like the calm head prevails. You staying calm ensures the victory. Because I feel like there are people in the workplace who are behaving really poorly. I think they're panicking. Certain people around you are panicking while you're staying calm. And it's getting the employer to look at you like they're the level-headed and the best person to move ahead with. So I don't really think you need to do anything but just stay calm and stay in your energy and focus on what you're doing, your job, where you're trying to go in this. Because I feel like there's people around you who are starting to like lose their shit. They're starting to get desperate. They're starting to get nasty. And I just think it's just making this boss more easy about making a decision. They're like, okay, I guess we're definitely going to pick Virgo because these people are not actually, maybe we should fire these people. Like, so I feel like some of you guys are in heavy competition in the workplace. 8 of Cups. Some of you guys actually didn't. You competed for something and you didn't get it. Page of Coins. Oh, wow, this was a weird message. There's somebody here who they competed for something and they didn't get it. And now devil energy is trying to convince them to go down a really, really dark path. Somebody could have lost their job and now they're considering doing something illegal or like not smart. And it's devil energy trying to sign their blood in some bad energy. I know these cards are fucked, right? I love it though. It ain't all love and light, folks. You know. 2 of Swords, love and light, folks. I feel like somebody is going through a spiritual battle here. Somebody is really struggling with depression. They've got the divine trying to get them optimistic about the future. And then they have devil energy trying to keep them down and have lack of faith about, their circumstances. I feel like for some of you, you do win something. And I think it's something you didn't compete for, but other people really wanted. And then for others of you that competed for something, so you were one of these people, I feel like you don't get this opportunity, and now this person is considering going down a really dark path. And then with the Lovers, it's a decision. And it could have been something somebody did before. It could be anything like selling drugs, robbing, just something they said they would never do again, even if it's not that dark. Something they said they would never do again. So yeah, there's that. 10 of Swords. Somebody is really, really depressed about something. 4 of Swords. Somebody is healing and in depression. They're bedridden because they didn't get picked by an institution. They feel like they got robbed of an opportunity. Somebody could have sabotaged somebody in the workplace. I heard karma. For somebody who was sabotaged in the workplace, I feel like it was somebody who would have done this before. Somebody got hit with the same games that they play. Getting involved, trying to negatively impact somebody else's chances of winning and getting something. And essentially they get hit with that exact same energy. And now they're all depressed because they're out of a job. They didn't win a spot. They didn't win an opportunity. Somebody is really burdened. Judgment with the karma that they just got hit with. And then we have the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. That's a different energy now. Oh, wow. I feel like the Emperor. So I feel like this Queen of Wands offered the Emperor her heart, and the Emperor kind of looked at it but didn't receive it, and then somebody comes and scoops up the Emperor, the Queen of Wands. This Emperor was too focused on, it could have just been the Emperor was telling himself he didn't have time. He was looking at the Queen of Wands from the side of his eye. He wasn't really looking at what was being offered to him. And now he loses out on that. That could also have this masculine feeling all depressed and hurt and all in his feelings. Oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. I know I'm such a bitch, right? 9 of Wands and 9 of Cups. See, this is good. This is determination. So this is somebody who isn't going to give up. So this is somebody who actually chose the divine path. So yes, they're depressed, but they ain't going to give up on what they know they deserve, on their royalty. They're going to come up out of their depression, where for others, they actually get pulled into the depression and go down a really dark path. Straight up. Or that could just be somebody who is struggling within themselves about giving up on themselves and integrating with the darkness instead of ascending into the light and being a lot more stronger on account of it. Anyways, let's go into death energy. Wow. Ace of Wands. This is a blessing. 6 of Cups. There's a transformation within a relationship. 7 of Wands, somebody's not open to it. Somebody's really struggling to believe that a relationship could ever... So for some of you, it could have been somebody from the past who really has changed. They want to reconcile. They want to be with you again. And I feel like there's somebody here who's really struggling with even... They have a decision to reconcile with the past and work. Like there's somebody from the past who wants you, collective, or this could be you, to take a leap of faith on healing something, giving it another chance. Let's at least work on this. And this person is really struggling with that decision to do that. Why? Because of the 10 of Swords. What occurred? Somebody was trying to pretend that they don't regret their own actions. And essentially, they're going to be brought to their knees. Like the divine was trying to show them to go through the door of healing and descend into... It's like the divine's trying to tell that guy, jump through the hole. There's wings on the floor too. Go through this path. Don't worry, you'll be able to fly. This is somebody, some of you guys could be afraid of heights. And the best way to get over fears is exposure therapy. Period, point blank. You're afraid of something, expose yourself to it in as much of a controlled environment as you can, and you'll become less and less afraid of it. Period. Some of you guys are afraid of heights, afraid of flying. 2 of Coins. Yep. Again, I'm still seeing somebody tell the truth about something that occurred from the past. Somebody could have been lying about having somebody pregnant or about the amount of kids that they had. They were trying to keep that secret. The Empress could have been lying about the nature of her and her baby father's relationship. She could be still sleeping with her baby father, but they're not together, and she's engaging other relationships, like trying to find a masculine to replace her baby father, but not telling the masculine that they're still in some kind of connection. I don't know. I feel like the Empress might be lying. I also feel like the Empress is also getting the truth about the past, but she's pregnant with new opportunities, whether it's actually a child or she's pregnant with her future, while simultaneously getting the truth about the past. She's about to birth her new life. And the truth about the past comes in right before she gives birth. This could actually be literally, but I'm getting it more metaphysically speaking. It's almost like the divine wants this past and this closure wrapped up before the Empress gives birth to the future. With the 10 of Swords, it's bringing the past to a fucking close, so it doesn't have to be revisited over and over again, because the only reason why it was being revisited over and over again is because there was information that was still missing. The truth hadn't been revealed. There was still an illusion being lived by in the past. This could even be actual, like, engaging the past, like it's like somebody finally putting an end to a relationship that they kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to. The Magician, Six of Swords. Somebody's trying to manifest. They think that if they move, they'll get some kind of victory. Or they move away from someone. Somebody feels like their partner, somebody feels like either their friends or their partner or even their parents negatively impact their ability to be able to manifest. Because then under that, we've got the 10 of Cups. And the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Coins speaks of needing to let go. I feel like it's somebody's childish ways. So for some of you, it's your parents. You allowing your parents to take care of you actually allows them to control you and limit you in some kind of way. Because I feel like somebody's parents are really involved and kind of controlling, but it's also because this person still moves like a child and asks their parent for things that an adult usually wouldn't. Can you pay for this? Can you do this for me? Can you take care of this? Da 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 da. And it's like, are you an adult or not? Because that's probably why your parents have. Because I feel like somebody doesn't want their parents to be involved, but then they have to look at themselves as how they rely on their parents the way they do. And it's almost like their parents like, of course I'm going to tell you what the fuck to do. I pay all your fucking bills. I take care of your kids. I do whatever. So there's that too. The Star. Somebody being open to healing. Somebody is really stressed and regretful about what they did. I feel like somebody is blaming themselves. Do you see this? That is her. See what I mean? See that heart? That's a picture of the Queen of Wands and that heart. Somebody now, this Emperor is now rejecting. I mean, feels weird, like a victim. How could that happen to me? I didn't even see that. Why didn't I do it? It's like, what? First of all, I'm not into the victim shit, but how about the woman who had her heart broken when she put it out on her sleeve? Like, the fuck? Who's this narcissistic little bitch? Like, sorry. Not somebody I would look at as the Emperor, I'll tell you that right now. My idea of a man has completely transformed. He needs to be accountable. He needs to be fucking really serious about his shit. He needs to be open, transparent, sure, have some bass in his fucking voice, not be too play. He can be play with me in the bedroom. He can be play with me. He can be play with the kid. Don't be play all the time. Like, not everything is a joke. Not everything is a good time and a party. Like, it's about getting serious. Because I'm just looking at this fool like, well, you brought this onto yourself. Somebody is really... I shouldn't make fun of this because we can all relate to this somehow, some way, but somebody really is heartbroken because I feel like they're realizing what it is they're wishing for and hoping for they actually left behind, or they rejected, or they didn't deem as valuable, and they're going to God, why didn't I? Because first they were blaming God for why God didn't give them something, and then God had to rock them with reality to be like, I actually gave it to you, but look what you did. That's a tough pill to swallow. Somebody connected themselves to the devil. Like they signed a contract with the devil. Somebody sold their soul to the devil. I literally just heard that. But you have to think, you hear of the term, they sold their soul to the devil. Well, what that looks like, what the devil has you do once he owns your soul. And you'll see a lot of celebrities. Remember that girl, what's her name? And she did a whole video about how she signed a contract, a music contract, and she was snot crying and da-da-da-da-da and freaking out about how she signed her soul to the devil. Look what the devil had her fucking doing on her knees on fucking OnlyFans, getting her face fucked by some fool. That's what the devil will have you doing. Oh yeah. On your knees, but not in the good way, man. I'm telling you right now. Somebody fucked up and they don't know how to get their shit back. And it could be their soul. It could be their love. It could be an opportunity that they let go. It's about the Magician. Okay, we're gonna move on. This Madhouse Tarot is mud. I told you guys, but like I said, if this reading doesn't resonate, the whole library is yours. Go check out the other videos. There are overarching energies in all of them because of the season we're in, but they're all quite unique. with regards to energy, what we tap in on. Some of them are really, really specific. Some of them are a little bit more general, but the whole library is yours throughout the month, okay? And for daily and weekly content, you guys can check me out over on Patreon/Queen Cup, where we really break down energies and do this thing called Ascension together more in depth, okay? We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. I honestly, genuinely believe this is you finding out something. I feel like somebody could be coming towards you, trying to figure out. So this could be you at a crossroads. So you don't know how to cross a bridge. You don't know how to get past something, and you're consulting somebody, getting help. Somebody comes through and they have a great idea about how you can overcome a problem that you feel is stopping you from moving forward. Okay, you could be having some kind of issue, something happened, and now you're at a crossroads. You don't know what to do, and you are going to get some help, some counsel surrounding that. For some of you, this could be somebody coming from the past trying to talk about how to overcome obstacles once you found out what really happened. How do we overcome this? Now that the truth has been exchanged, you're now at a crossroads with somebody. Do I mend this bridge with them? Do we move forward, or I just leave it as is and just leave the past in the past? And I quite frankly think you're actually going to discuss on how you can overcome obstacles, maybe rebuild the connection. For some of you, this is actually about somebody you're currently with, a friend, romantic partner. Somebody communicates how they're feeling, and it creates a crossroads in the dynamic. Like, what do we do for here? We either stay together, we either keep working together, or we move on. But this could also be from the workplace as well. This could be like a performance review, getting yourself, like this is a review. Like you're sitting down with a boss and you're at a crossroads. You could have been given some feedback, and it's a matter of, do you either want to do what this employer is telling you to do to overcome these issues, or you're going to have to decide you want to leave and move on. Some of you, this problem has nothing to do with your employment. It's actually an issue at work that you're actually working with somebody to try to overcome. Some of you actually have or are going to build a work romance with the person that you're actually teamed up with in the workplace. It's almost like the stars align and the divine actually has you working on a project with somebody, and you guys are going to end up smashing or end up like being together because you're actually overcoming an obstacle in the workplace. You gain a lot of success, and now you guys, I think it forced you to spend a lot of time together working on something, and now you guys are going to be dating. Woo! Yeah, this is the workplace. A lot of talking, a lot of work. Like I see a lot of like spending time with somebody in the workplace, or spending a lot of time with somebody to keep the relationship together, move forward past obstacles. For some of you, this is a family member, and you and your family member are spending a lot more time together because you, or your partner, because you have other obstacles that you need to tackle together surrounding the household, surrounding family. Some of you actually had a passing, and you're actually doing a lot of work surrounding, you have to travel to go and deal with paperwork, arrangements, wills, property, things of that nature. Yep, then we have family, that's the card of family. Then we have the loyal dog, the Two of Wands, that's travel and city. This is somebody's loyalty. They're actually traveling somewhere because they're loyal to somebody and they want to be there to help them. Somebody's loyalty is going to be tested. Somebody expects somebody to show up for them and be loyal, and they're going to actually find out they're not with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. The Two of Swords, the strange man. This is the karmic. So this is somebody who talks about being loyal and I'll be there for you and don't worry. And then when shit actually hits the fan, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, this person's nowhere to be found. Or some of you might actually, this person might break up with you. Stop it. Hold on. Okay, back. So yeah, it stopped at 39, exactly 39 minutes. That equals 12. That speaks of getting another perspective, or coming out of being in a position of confusion, or coming out of feeling like you were stuck somewhere. I don't like to look at the Hangman as stagnation, because I genuinely believe the Hangman is a necessary, needing to stop, gain another perspective so that you can move forward in an intelligent way. But then we have the Seven of Wands. This is the card of the rats. This is somebody talking about the asker. So this is somebody talking to other people about you, and it's about either some of you guys have come out, like you come out of singlehood and you're now in a relationship. People are talking about how you are no longer single and talking about your relationship. For some of you, this was the slow demise. Somebody could be talking about, oh, Thora, stop it. Somebody could be talking about, oh, this relationship is inevitable. It's going to end. Like people could be gossiping and chatting about your relationship and how it's going to end. Or people could be gossiping about the actual ending of a relationship that already occurred. I heard word on the street, hot press, like people are chatting about it. Somebody could be saying, I already knew this was going to happen. Somebody could have been living under the illusion that there were no problems. And now when the relationship comes to an end, people are looking at them and being like, are you really surprised? Like you had all these problems. Like, think about it. Okay. And then we'll wrap with the karma angel. I'm sorry, Virgo. This is the energy that I got here. Either way, it's going to bring closure and it's going to bring forward movement because there's been a weird dynamic. There's been illusionary energy surrounding Virgo for some months now. And I feel like this is good. It's going to allow for the crossroads, for forward movement, the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician moving forward. And then number 32, moving forward. Do you see that in that chair? Moving forward. But let's read that out. Number 32, and it opened up right there. Verifies and vindicates. I feel like you guys got this before. No, it was validation and vindication. Verifies and validates. This is the presence of forgiveness and mercy, of sparing someone's suffering. It is righteousness that has checked itself and has cleared of all suspicion. In a reading, it shows that there is no harmful intent and that the situation as appears. This came out in Capricorn because I titled the reading, Someone Means You No Harm, and it was because of this card. And that the situation is as it appears. To accept what has been presented to you and working as if something is true is leading it to becoming true. So I feel like accepting what is presented is the truth and finally finding out what happened and accepting it as it is, no matter how painful it is. Because it's going to bring healing and forward movement and take you out of some kind of mental imprisonment, Virgo. I don't know. Anyways, guys, like I said, if this doesn't resonate, go and check out the other readings. There's tons of shit happening this month for all kinds of people and the different signs and whatever. But anyways, I'm going to wrap up here. For all things frankincense, go to www.queencup.ca. And if you ever want to see me like unveiling and pulling out new packs, because anytime I get a new pack, I share it on the Instagram. I have an Instagram specifically for Smudge a Lot, and it's Smudge a Lot Inc. And you can see all this below. And then for daily, weekly content, /Patreon/Queen Cup. And then, of course, guys, until the next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. All right. Ciao. Mwah.